Absolutely. And we were all shocked, but I just want to let people know that this thing is real. You're a great patriot. I listen to you all the time. You're dead on. This is, I could go on and on. I see things.
Well, I'll tell you this. Glenn Beck is their new George Herbert Walker Bush.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I want to tell you another thing. I'm very politically astute. If I had not gotten sick, I probably would have run for Congress out of Wyoming a couple years ago. I'm trying to get well so I can run as an independent Republican in 2012. You had my old friend Red Beckman on there. He introduced me to the constitutional and the common law movement in 1983 in Montana. We were Ron Paul supporters, my friend, in Montana in 1985.
No, I understand. Sean, you're awesome. You're awesome. God love you. Take care. That's the type of great people that are out there. Let's go back to our phone system here in Austin. Joe in Ohio, you're on the air.
What's up, Info Warriors? Alex, thank you very much. The Verbal Militia on Justin.tv loves you. I want to ask you, as this bank withholding news starts to spread, it looks like we could be on the verge of a run. If there is a run, I have two questions. Number one, what do you think it would look like in modern times? We haven't seen a run in a long time.
Well, we've talked to all these financial... Go ahead.
Number two, what do we do? What are things that people that still hold money in banks, what are things that they can do to prepare for something like that?
Okay, I appreciate your call. Let me try to respond to this. For those that don't know, it's the top story on PrisonPlanet.com. Citigroup says Feds ordered 7-day restriction on bank withdrawals. It's confirmed from the Citibank website. No one thought to actually go get it. We did. We linked to it. It's real. It's real. Drudge Report's got it linked up there right now. Now, notice it's a 7-day. That's exactly what Bob Chapman and Ron Paul and so many others that we trust have said will happen. They won't close the banks because they don't have the money to give you. The Federal Reserve can print whatever it wants, though there's about 1% now actual physical money for all the fiat money the banks have created for themselves. They just create it out of nothing. It's digital, then they loan it to you at high interest. The reason they, under this federal regulation, want a 7-day, and it's now in, is what they do is they close the bank for a week, say you can't get it out, because there will be a run to get that money out before they come out and say, okay, we've got a new currency, it'll still be dollars, but new serial numbers that will have a lower value, or they can devalue it across the board. But generally, they'll close the bank so there's not a big run and a freak out, because then they will have trouble getting the physical money out. And then you just write a check through the Federal Reserve and you get money in 6 weeks. That's happened before. The issue is it's done while they devalue the currency. And they're openly talking about devaluing the currency. And they had this secret meeting 2 weeks ago in Australia where they were setting all this up. Now, we don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what's going on there. And clearly, they're announcing that they can take your pension funds and the government can nationalize them, tax them, and give you part of it back. They're announcing that several months ago that now your money market isn't insured, that they can just keep it. That's bigger than this. And they're now announcing everywhere 7 days. And some banks are now implementing it. Wells Fargo's implementing it. There's somebody right here in my office. Had an account there for 12 years, went in to put their paycheck in. They wanted, $600 of the check out, to pay for stuff. And they said, no, you'll wait 7 days. But this isn't waiting 7 days on your own check. This is waiting 7 days on money you've already got in. And they're getting the embassies ready for all this. Does that mean it's going to happen? I don't know. But this is big news, obviously. Citigroup says Feds ordered 7-day restriction on bank withdrawals. PrisonPlanet.com if you want to read the whole thing. You were asking how to protect your money, sir. I have 18 employees and 4 contractors. So we got 22 employees. Or is it 23? I guess counting myself and my wife, it's 25. I'm an employee of my own corporation for liability issues and to keep everything straight. The point is, of the 25 employees, or 18, 9, it's 20 employees and 4 contractors. There you go. Trying to do the math here. We have to keep quite a bit of money in the bank, just constant bills. I mean, just huge bills. I have to continue to hustle just to get money in to pay all these massive bills, to run the website, the building, the power, the taxes, the paychecks, the vendor checks, buying the DVDs, the books. You got to buy them in bulk. And so most of the money I have is just sitting in banks. People say, well, you should get it out. I don't have time to be running around with safety deposit boxes of cash and getting money orders to mail them out for business. We've got to be able to do this rapidly. I do have some gold and silver scattered around here and there, but not that much. We're going to be okay because even if we go into a depression, we have a big enough audience to where if I ever have to come to you and say the IRS has locked up our bank accounts or they've locked them all up, as you know, if it comes to that, people better get me some wired money or some money orders or some gold and silver right now. But I haven't done that because we don't need it. And I've tried to be a good steward. I've got 6 months of capital to run this office, which is, to me, it's a lot of money, but it's really nothing. If all the money stopped coming in, I could operate for 6 months. And that's better than most people that are fighting the New World Order. Most people are by a shoestring. But, back when I was in a one-room apartment, I was saving about half the money I had and just slowly building savings. And then we reinvested in equipment, cameras, computers, more personnel. So I've always been a pretty good steward of what we do because it's a mission here. But, what should you do? Everybody should have water, firearms, gold and silver, food, good neighbors, friends, people that you can help each other, pledge to help each other in times of need, mutual, pledge of support. Good friends and families is worth more than all the gold in the hills. Okay. Lexi, Eric, Julie, Herman, Alex, Jerry, Mark, Bill, others. Your calls are straight ahead on the other side of this quick break. Stay with us.